Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Open Interest Tuesdays. I'm going to give it a few moments for everybody to hop in before we get things going, but thank you, everybody, for joining. Give me a moment to get everything retweeted, and we'll get going. Sorry, it took me a little bit longer to get on tonight. Traffic. It's not your friend. Give me just a moment, guys. They may let my Discord know. Yeah, guys, the crazy day in stock market world yet again. Some things went nuts, some things didn't. Bitcoin, well, you guys see Bitcoin right there. For me, it's not ready. I'm still looking for a break. It's not. Yeah, we'll talk about that in just a moment. And we will see if we get a guest live, if we can get a surprise appearance from somebody. Gonna send them the DMs. Okay, so yeah, to get started, let's do Bitcoin. As of right now, I mean, all I care about is focused on the lower time frames, because if I zoom out over here, all I'm really getting is 2 candles to read off of, and I'm not really going to read too much, because if I'm reading off solely just this one on the daily, what it looks like to me on the daily is we had a bearish TK. Last stream, I kept telling you guys, I'm like, this 20 SMA is going to be cutting through the Kijun, and things are going to be bad news bears because it was already setting up before. So we're back to that point now. It dumped right through the clouds. So now what we need is a recovery. And the recovery would be hard because you're going to have the Kijun up there. You're going to have the 20 SMA up there. You have the POC up there. You have the cloud bottom over there. For price action people, you have like just this block over here. You need a pass. Just so many things. That block's one of the things that a lot of people were aiming for 84. It still could possibly happen, but what doesn't seem like likely it's going to happen is that we're going to be breaking over 8888 or 8888 again. Like, I really doubt 8800 is going to be broken anytime soon. So here's what I think as of right now. Sorry, where are my... Oh, I have an easier way. Dude, don't you guys ever hate... Like, I do this a lot. I have like a couple screens on my computer, so I'll take a screenshot of something to post something on Twitter, and I'll leave the screen open like this, and I'm like, oh man, price action hasn't moved, and then I'll realize, oh, I'm on screen snippet tool. That's not out of the realm of possibility for that to happen and then come down, and then we'll see what happens from there. But what I definitely do not see happening is, hey, we're just gonna recover out of here, and then we're gonna support test that base, and then we're gonna moon boy out of here. Like, that's like if you got granted all your wishes and everything was perfect in the world. Like, I really highly doubt that's the scenario. I'm leaning more towards this scenario over here currently. There's several more reasons why I'm looking at that. If we come over to the weekly over here, there's that 20 SMA hook bend I always talk about. Yeah, you have price action reacting to this lower level, so you'll probably see some consolidation over here. At best, there's a gap over here with the Ichi, so there's a likely possible way we could recover if we get over here and then start pushing through the clouds. But that still, once again, 8800 level, that still requires price action to get over here and start forming candles over here. As of right now, everything on the weekly is pretty strong. It's only Tuesday right now, so things could change. So we'll probably have some sort of price action movement tomorrow. Saturday would be the final movement there, and if it breaks anywhere underneath here, it's looking much lower, especially with this bearish TK. Just so many bad signals for me on my end. So I'm really sketched out on being anything that's very liquid. Like my majors, I'm not really in any more majors anymore. My Bitcoin positions, there is no Bitcoin position right now. I'm just kind of leaning on waiting up for a long. I could have done the long with everybody, which was this long over here back at 7,700 and just waited. I just didn't feel like dealing with just a little tiny pump like that and just come back down. And now we're back at the same spot. So I'll wait for a move over here if we end up getting into the clouds. For right now, I'm just waiting. So that leaves Bitcoin. We can go over alts and see what shape they're in just a moment. Let me open up my Twitch so I can see who is on and what you guys are talking about. what I really care about is who's on. And I hope everybody can hear me. That's the worst part. I start talking. Your mic's quiet. We can take care of that. All right. Here, we'll even turn it up more. All right, I think this should do for the mic. Okay, I can see you guys now. Hey, don't worry about me. So if you guys have been watching my charts recently, you guys have been noticing I've been doing this line, this whole pattern, ignoring the time frame of an hour right now, but I've been doing this on the 5-minute time frame with each breakout we've been having, on the upside over here. So it's just kind of funny that we're doing the same thing now on the hourly end of things and just pumping through. So really, really funny. Just I'm really curious on how high we're gonna go. We are over the hourly, so there's a possibility that we could end up coming up to here, possibly even 300, just by the way things are going. I think the coronavirus stuff is over and that stuff's gonna stop. That's gonna like affect us still. Like yeah, I don't think that stuff's over necessarily. So we'll see how a lot of these stocks look by Thursday. If they start looking shitty or they start coming back. Let's see. XOP finally coming back for the rebound over here, which is really interesting. I'm actually gonna pull up the weights on that one. Let's see what my shitcoin's doing. Yes, yeah. I told you guys this DNA on key trade moon token. I got this one a little bit early. Somebody mentioned it to me, so it was kind of up over here. So I'm kind of hella up, but I did chill it over here, so it did move another 27%. It's back down, but this is a bag that I want to hold longer. So anyway, don't want to get lost on that. Coifin. Login. All right. Let's pull up XOP. Yeah, like I'm curious about COG and then what these suckers did today. Let's look up COG. I wonder if it's gonna go for a gap fill, but I don't know. That's one thing I was looking at with XOP. I don't know how bad this leak is, but it does show like signs of where I wouldn't mind buying after it's been just getting destroyed. And I was thinking about buying yearly or 2-year out calls just because why not? Let's pull it up over here. COG. I tried doing COG before and I got wrecked on this one. So, oh look, there's some lines drawn. Yeah, man, look at this pump off COG. Oof, 36% up and then all filled on shorts. VIX is another one that I'm in. I do have puts on VIX. So they weren't really up today. I mean, they were up in the morning session for like the first hour, but I didn't sell them. They're 417 puts for a lot lower. So we'll see what happens. I'm not really worried about it because those were lottos. So if anybody else is playing VIX, hey, be careful and more power to you guys if you can. I don't feel like timing any of this out. I just grabbed those because they were cheap. Gave me a little bit of time, and if price does start falling like crazy or starts pumping back up, either way, it doesn't matter. The ones I'm really curious about are some of these tech stocks. So QCOM's one I've been really keeping an eye on over here. So I drew this little pattern over here before, so we're kind of keeping up it. So we popped back over. We're having a bearish retest before, but now we closed the candle over really nicely. So that's something to watch. I'm wondering if we can get that push over here for June. Regardless of what happens by May, I would say sideways and then pop. Microsoft coming off zones. I mean, that it needed to. So that's another one. I'm just not sure if we're done leaking. Like I've never really, obviously wasn't here around in 2008, so I don't know how bad this stuff is really going to be. But the way I'm positioned is I'm in metals, which aren't looking too hot right now either. So you have gold over here. So the problem with gold, why is my color so dark? Jesus. You guys can probably hear the ice cream man, can't you? Sorry, this guy's this guy's the worst ice cream man in the world, let me tell you. So, my friend comes upstairs, he's like, yo, you got some cash for some ice cream? I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? I don't really get the soft serve stuff, and it's Mr. Softy. But he's supposed to have other things. This guy didn't have anything. And my friend comes back with like a chocolate ice cream cone, and I don't like chocolate soft serve. It would have to be vanilla with Jimmy's. But yeah, man, horrible guy. All right, let's go. So Chunky was right. Gold is going to be going much lower over here. As of right now, there's no sort of strength on gold. So why is this not deleting? All right, trading view. Oh, there's just multiple boxes. Is that so? All right. Yeah, that's what we're looking at gold right now. Worst case scenario, you're looking at over here. Space has been just leaking from the top. Diagonal broke. That was really bad over here. I mean, space is coming back down here where all these diagonals were before they broke. This was all just hyped up here. So space definitely looks like it has a long way to go still. 20 ms SMA still bending and curving. Daily as well. It already broke on the daily, so there's a possibility it could recover a little bit. But once we get a couple more candle closes underneath $19, it's over. You're coming down. So I would say if we're going to get a reset, it would probably go something like this. And then we can drop it. Silver. Man, silver, I'm really disappointed. Yeah, I can check Square. Let's see. Oh, look, I have already a ton of shit drawn on Square. So unfortunately, with Square, we did not break up on the upper zones. So as far as I'm concerned, we're still kind of ranging, and we're coming back down to the lower part of the range. So we also have this diagonal breakout that we had. So we're kind of support testing it on Square. Oh man. So the way I would play Square is they have earnings coming up on May 6th. Now, if you're bullish on earnings, which I would end up being on, that's how I would end up playing it. So automatically, I'm bullish on Square earnings from this point forward. I would aim for June or July options for this one, and I would probably try to see if this is going to be an actual legitimate support test and the economy still is going to be going up. I would be willing to scale in all the way down to about here. At that point, I would have to judge if my options are going to be something that's going to be worth playing with a pop over here, or if price action is going to keep continuing to come around this area. If price action keeps coming over here, then that's probably a bad news bears for over here. But if we do look like we're going to continue to trend down here and we're just going to pop back up, I would probably have to head some puts over here. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind getting things a little bit further out. We can check Square a different way as well for you. Because if people are going to be buying, I want to see if the big boys are buying. Because I don't want to be the ones following. Don't follow me. Yo, oh, Bagsy's calling me. Hey! Sorry, man. I think... Alright, we got this. Yo, Bagsy! Hold on, let me put some headphones on so we don't have an echo. Yo guys, we have Bagsy with us.
How's everyone doing?
I just gotta make sure they hear you. Wait, can you call me off Zoom? Alright, but. Alright. Yeah, Bagsy's gonna be joining us in just a moment, guys. Log in. Cheddar Flow. Or he's going to send me a Zoom link. Today, order flow still is not bullish, but we do have a lot of SPY calls coming through at the end of the day. SQ. These guys bought short-term calls. Zoom a meeting. Oh, I want to join Zoom that way. Hang on, guys. Get the bagsies on here. Look, Bitcoin's dumping. Hey, you guys aren't supposed to be dumping Bitcoin right now. What are you doing? Yo, Bagsy. Yo, man. Can you guys hear him? How was your workout? Shame. I was looking at Bitcoin, man. What are your thoughts on Bitcoin? They can't hear you. Hold on. Let me add a source. I can make it. Like this. Now can you guys hear him? I don't think they can. Yeah. No, they can't hear you. Hold on. Let's see. What is going on? Yeah. No. Yeah. Audio output.
I think. Audio input capture and then default. Do you have that in your list? Audio input capture?
They said they can hear you, but it's very low.
Really? Is there a way for you to boost me? So if you go on speak, like you see where my voice is moving, click on the little clock bar and turn up the audio by a few notches. So it'd be
now you're good.
I'm good. What's up, everybody? Sorry for the technical difficulties.
Okay, good now.
Yo, what's up, Slaying Order? What up, y'all? But yeah, long story short, Bitcoin looks like ass. It got pretty partially rejected before we even retested 8.2, which was a level I was looking at. And overall, just there's a lot of panic and fear in the market. So as a whole, I just think it's not a very healthy environment for prosperity. You know, even if shit's over exaggerated, let's say someone thinks that, then it doesn't matter as much as what the general population thinks it is. And right now, people are losing their fucking minds. What do you think, dude? Are you bullish?
No, man. I was actually just going over the weekly part of it, and it's actually really bad.
Yeah. Structurally, we shut the bed when we lost 9.5. That was one level we were looking at for a long time. Once we lost 9.5, but what are some levels you're looking at to catch?
So for me right now, let's see. Go to the weekly. Weekly POC really. Right down here at 64.
64? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Or maybe a little bit higher, around like 7K, but somewhere between 6 and 7.
Yeah, 64 would be a really good catch. Plus, there was a wick that went there last time, I believe. Um, that was the higher low we made after we broke out of where was it? I forget the level. Yeah, exactly. Dude, imagine just one straight shot candle to take out the stops there, spike, and then blast up back to orange.
Dude, that would be a scam.
That's probably what's going to happen too. Like, you guys can quote me on that. Echo.
I'm gonna fix that now. All right. Jabra, here we go. All right, now you guys should be good. All right, now we're good. Yeah. Actually, RSR looks like it's coming back up, dude. Oh wait, this is Coin Paprika. I keep looking at the same chart. Yeah, they were supposed to be the new coin market cap, and then they decided not to be. Um, so it's you got um. Oh no, we're on this one. So it's holding off the 20 SMA really nicely on here, but I don't think it's gonna hold. I think once that 20 SMA goes and Bitcoin comes down a little bit lower, I think it's coming down. Maybe. Hmm.
Then I'd consider re-entering if it did that on volume as well. So if we saw some volume like we saw at the recent top we made, and we flip that level into support, I definitely hop back in because some of these Huobi shit coins have, like Seal, EBT, I think, or EQT, EKT, some shit.
Dude,
Like
Seal, man,
Seal.
it's saving my life. Can you guys hear him now?
Oh no, it's
It's seizing
good
my
now.
life.
Okay, we're good. Yeah,
All right, cool.
yeah, dude. I have a fucking N95 mask. Bought the whole set.
You did? Look,
Yeah,
dude,
bro.
look at this seal. Like, it saved my life. Remember, I was telling you, I was like,
Mhm.
yo, man, I'm in seal. I'm gonna rely on this tiny little order block to like save me, and it popped up. So I'm hoping like
Nice.
this is good to go. And then Pierre messages me back and is like, all right, we're confirmed on MAs. I'm like, yes, early entry.
Hmm. Hmm.
But yeah, I hope we all win on seal again.
Yeah, I'm in waves. It just popped, dude. Since we last spoke
We
earlier,
did? It
it
did?
popped 30%.
Nah.
Yeah, bro, check it. Let's
What the
go.
fuck? Oh, dude, guys,
Let's
Magni,
go.
like about 2 hours ago, was like, dude, Waves looks really good.
Yo, oh man,
Oh, look at that. That was nice.
gorgeous. When I tweeted this morning, it was 1442. Yeah. I guess I should make an update for this.
Collect.
Time to
The
collect
tokens.
the clout.
Wait, let's look at
Oh.
our KCS tokens. Dude, our bags, Giovanni. Sir.
You're in
send-
You're in KCS.
Yeah, me and Giovanni's
Yeah,
bags.
you were fucking telling me about that the other week. Let's see.
Vimo was mentioning it initially, and I was like, oh, well, this
Wow.
looks kind of good.
Dude, good job, man. Wow.
USD pair's not ready to blow off, but BTC pair went.
Man, I sound like Owen Wilson. Wow. It's fucking nice. Okay, well, we're at literal resistance now. Did you take any profit?
No, I have not.
Did you?
Now's the time.
Now's the fucking time, boy. Wait, hold up. Let me send you this. Discord. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have the same chart, but like, it's time, bro. It's at a fucking pivot. It's at a resistance.
You sent me. Yeah, probably a good idea to at least cut my bags, because I got in like about at the below near consolidation when it was like before it popped. So
I don't know, bro. Like cut a certain percentage, not necessarily the whole thing, but
oh no,
like,
dude, I'll cut off 50%.
All right, that's good, bro.
I don't need that.
Buy the retest of 14.5.
Yeah, I would probably be looking around like 14.5. That's where that is.
Dude, that would be almost the 0.5 retracement, so a bit less. Wait, let me see. I'm just eyeballing it right now, but I forgot that I'm in logs, so it's probably all fucked. That would that's like right before the 0.5. So I'd layer in from 0.382 to 0.5, maybe 0.618. So from 13.7 to 14.9. I'd spread my bids through that.
Just retweeting
and pray. And fucking pray.
Well, the one I was really interested in right now as far as shitcoins go is... Where is it? Let's see if it went. Oh, they don't have this one here.
Didn't hear entry range on RSR. No, well, what I was saying earlier is just that okay, well, for RSR, ultimately, I would wait for two things. Either RSR, let me just pull up my chart here. RSR flips 5,000 sats on volume and like gets a strong daily closer to above. I would even wait for RSR to go all the way up to 5.6K. So that's near the top. I'd wait for the retrace, then buy that. That'd be another way to do it. Or I'm waiting for 3.6, 3.5, 3.6. There's a nice little block right there that I think will serve as good support. Sorry for hijacking your stream, Ace.
Oh, dude, you're fine, man.
Oh yeah, let me tweet this shit. Hold up.
What do you think of this thing on my screen? I don't think I saw it, did I?
No, I can't. I still can't. I can't see it. Okay, now I can see it. All right. What's this porn, Ace? What are you doing? Whoa! What is this? B Pro. What kind of shit coin is this?
It's on KuCoin.
I don't trust it, bro. I don't fucking trust it.
You don't trust this lovely green box as a board?
No, I do, but where's the volume, man?
Little specks if we zoom in. Okay. There we go.
Well, yeah, to be honest, you have a clear invalidation level there, so it would be an interesting position. What's the liquidity like? Is it existent?
What's liquidity?
I mean, okay, let me check the daily volume. 1 second, I got you, bro. Let me do the hard work here.
This one's really bad. Like, if this one's a shitty shit coin.
A shitty shit coin. It's okay, man. B Pro. Jesus Christ. At least it's not fucking DNA. It's not even on Coin Paprika.
I know. I'm looking for stuff that's not.
Even DNA is on Coin Paprika.
Is it?
DNA has today. It has $0 in volume.
Where is
this can't be right. Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Volume is 37 cents.
Ballers.
Right, it's gonna take you a while to get out of that one.
That's bad. Coin market cap looks really bad too, because we're like trying to hold on to this 225 billion level,
Mhm.
and we're just not doing. I mean, we might be able to, honestly. This one doesn't look too bad on the market cap end of things. If we
Mhm.
can flip back over and get another weekly that opens up nicely, and we get back to 250, I think we're ready to go to like 275,
Hmm.
and then come back down. So with the market cap, I think what we could do is probably maybe go down a little bit, but I think overall we can come for another push and then take.
Mhm. The level that I look at is the one you actually have laid out. That huge down candle from 260 in August, September of last year. Yeah, so that huge down candle, the low of that candle, that's where I would take the market cap, like some type of Quasimodo shit.
Oh, this line.
Yeah, exactly. That's where it's going, I think.
Oh, look, that's where the little thing stops.
Exactly. So,
Haha.
so that just lines up with support as well, and I'm sure it's probably lines up with like the 0.76 or some shit. Can you take a fib level from bottom to from the most recent low to the most recent high?
Yes, sir. I
Thank
don't
you,
do fibs,
sir.
so gets my skills up.
Perfect. Wick to wick. Yeah. Yeah, the 0.76 basically. The 0.705 OTE.
OTE sniper entry.
Yeah.
There we go. Perfect. Look at that. So confluent. Much confluence. ABBV. Let's check it. Um. Oh, it's a bar,
uh
not a coin.
yeah, soul control. Honestly, like I don't know. Uh just technically speaking, 4.2. I mean, it would have to hold 4.2. So I mean, this would be the level that it would need to hold that. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I mean, unless RSR has some tricks up their sleeve or some type of FA that's coming up or some positive momentum, it just pumped something like 300% basically. So how much do you want? But at the same time, as I said earlier, it is Huobi or Hubi, so you know it's possible. But you have a clear invalidation level. Like if you start closing beneath 4.3 on some type of daily, probably won't even do it like very pretty. It probably won't give you the bearish retest either to sell at. Because let's say Bitcoin does something stupid again, I don't see RSR necessarily going up against it. Sorry, I had some of the devil's lettuce.
It's okay. I had too much of it with my buddy. ABVV, if this is coronavirus stuff, the first thing that pops in my mind is the fact that this has already been having a run up before things got really bad and crazy, so I feel like they knew something.
Mm.
Secondly, we already broke the 20 SMA on the weekly, so unless we can pop back over it, I would say this is bearish and we come back down.
Yeah, huge bearish divergence on the stock RSI.
Yeah, and this is on the weekly too, so
Wow. Yeah, trend is crossing bearish as well. Yeah, it's not looking great.
I would say this trend is over here.
Yeah, I'd buy 73, $74. That'd be a great level to get in at.
Do you see any bearish or bullish stuff on some of these tickers?
Um, on the weekly, there's a slight bearish divergence preceding the dip. Very slight though. Um, you'd have to go on Lord for me.
Lower.
There's actually a hidden bullish divergence also. So the stock RSI, well, actually, it's not confirmed yet, but one more week. The stock RSI is it's lower now than it was at the recent higher low we had preceding it.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's a hidden one.
Let's zoom in then. Yeah, this
Sure.
zoom in looks bad for me because
Mm.
the candles look nice, but the 20 SMA is still bending.
I mean, how fast is the SMA supposed to respond to a daily candle like that? How many
It's
periods
not
is it?
necessarily it's responsive like that. Like so if I look
Well, how many? Sorry, how many? What's the setting of your? Like, how many periods does it look behind? 21?
20.
20. Okay, so that means like if the daily prints that, it has to close, confirm the candle, and then the SMA should move. So have we closed yet? Like
Just a
is
second, my dogs are going
okay.
crazy.
Like I forget what the time changed. Yo, it's fucking having dogs like that. Damn.
Kujos.
You there? Though?
Alright, hold on. They're almost done attacking people. Somebody
All
came
right,
in,
all
but
right.
doesn't really come in often.
Oh shit, Mullen.
Yeah. But yeah, what were we talking about? I completely lost my train of thought.
We were talking about the SMA
Oh,
and
so, um, this is part of the B bands line. So I don't, I mean, if it's
so,
programmed to be just a
mhm,
regular 20 SMA, I guess yeah, then 20 periods. But
right.
I guess
So
the way I would look at it more so for me on my end would be as I zoom in to figure out the strength. So like
mhm,
I can tell the strength once we get to like the 15-minute, like, hey, this is curving and we have a gap fill. So I would assume things go well tomorrow, we'll gap fill
mhm.
and then
But the
continue.
thing is, daily hasn't closed yet, right?
Daily closed, yeah.
It did
This
at
is just
seven,
this is
or
stocks.
yeah, I'm so fucking stupid, bro. I was thinking the actual candle close. Oh,
It's okay. You don't trade stocks really, so
apparently I don't
we'll
live
go to
on this
crypto.
planet.
We'll go to
Ugh.
crypto.
But it actually looks decent on lower time frame.
Let's check this shitcoin. Just popped in my head. Neo USDT.
So we nailed that Papa John shit.
That rising wedge was great. Wait, what's this doing over here? All right, so Neo looks interesting. Neo is trying to do a bullish TK on the weekly end of things, and if the price action can get into the clouds over here, I mean, you're looking at nice gains on this.
Shit, I don't like Neo at all.
Right now, it looks like shit.
Like on the Bitcoin pair, we just lost the midpoint of the range we're in. Like it's a disaster. I posted a chart of it yesterday if you want to check, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, still, even on this one, I would look for a flip on the 20 SMA and then a flip on the POC. If we can get a flip on the POC, it looks like it's setting up nicely on here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, there's a clear level. You're right, but just the fact that we got rejected so harshly off it,
Yeah.
I don't know. It doesn't inspire much in me. Plus, I think I just have this bias against Neo. I don't know what it is, but just the
Falling
staking
wedge.
mechanism. The dude, I bet it'll go down to that bottom of the wedge one more time.
Negative Nancy.
Negative
Okay, well.
Nancy.
Just kidding. Apple,
Oh,
man, look, they're trying to save the world with Apple. Honestly, Apple doesn't. What do you think of this? I think gap filled on Apple, and like that's pretty much the only main gap I was looking for was this one, and they filled it.
right. Oh, that's Apple.
Any divs?
I mean, technically, it's not a bullish divergence, but there's a slight one.
Okay.
There's a slight divergence in it.
Let's look up our pizza puts. Oof,
Yo,
man.
he's accumulation on the dough. It's probably gonna balance up to test the SMA than just fucking re.
Back for more revenge down here.
Yeah, dude, Papa John, Revenge of the Pizza too.
You don't just fire the owner.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're gonna run it better.
You created it, but we could do a better job. It's ours.
Do you have a way to read the Periscope, people?
Periscope people?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Because
Are they speaking?
well,
My
I have no way of viewing it, but you do.
my Periscope people aren't really friendly. They don't really
What do you,
talk.
Well, it's because you don't have them open. It's
Look,
like I
I
can't.
have 20 of you guys watching. Say hi. Somebody say hi on here.
What screen are you looking at? Like
I'm
what
on
chat?
the Periscope app itself
Oh,
directly.
really? Okay. Because you can go basically. Are you on Restream as well?
You mean on the website?
I mean, do you use Restream to stream on Periscope and Twitch?
Yeah, it goes on Twitter.
Right. So on Restream.io, the website, you go on your account and there's a chat box, and that takes Twitch and Periscope and wherever you're streamed, and you could look at one chat for everyone.
Oh, really?
I got you, bro. I got the sauce, man. Like, what?
I'm
You
a
hear that, Periscope people? Like, you're gonna get some attention soon.
I always force these guys. I'm like, well, if you guys want me to talk to you, Twitch, follow me. All right, chat. Here's the chat
Should
thing.
we get Alibaba? Let's check Baba, bro. I traded Baba years ago in like 2015.
Really?
I traded, like, technically I guess I traded stocks first, but I wouldn't consider myself a trader by any means. I was just like off hype and shit, and I made like a 4x on Baba. Like I bought Baba when it was in the 40s, and I sold it at 160 or some shit like that. Killed it.
Look at this Baba's. Baba's popped up.
Actually, no, I bought it in the mid 60s, like 65, 67.
Any divs on Baba?
Uh, weekly's a bit too. I mean, yeah, you have a hidden bullish div, but it's not confirmed yet.
So do you have that Restream chat thing downloaded, or do you just open it up in the browser?
So you would go in the browser, restream.io, then you log into your account. Let me know when you get there.
Yeah, I'm here.
Left-hand side, there should be something that said chat, or it looks like a little text message.
Yeah.
Click on that.
Yeah.
Then it's going to ask you, do you want to download the app or browser?
Yeah.
You go browser, and then
Okay.
you wait for messages. It should open a new
It just
screen.
kept loading. That was the problem.
Is it good now?
No. Actually.
Great. Show me your screen. Can you? Or just pull the browser in?
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, that's
okay. There we go.
yeah.
It just it wanted to see the screen. So
so now you just gotta wait. Someone on Periscope, can you send a hello, hi, hello, please? But yeah, so Alibaba, can you put on the daily?
Yep.
Thank you, Sue.
So if you were gonna aim for Baba, and let's just say you were gonna play a long monthly swing, what would it be?
Like my target entry?
Whatever it would be based on whatever your bias is once you give us your analysis on it.
Can you zoom out a bit?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd wait either for a reclaim of that level you just straightened that we fell through, or I'd buy the second level you drew. Or actually, sorry, I would order in from the level you drew the second one and all the way up to the retest of the breakout, the ascending triangle, or whatever the fuck that is.
All the way down here?
So yeah, so I layer. I'm just bearish on the market as a whole. Let's say people stop ordering shit on Alibaba because they have less money, because a lot of jobs got laid off, whatever. Not everyone can work from home. So that can take, just the fear of that can take an impact on a company like in China, like Alibaba. So especially if workers don't go to work, to the storage facilities to actually perform. Like, what if there's an outbreak? So I don't know. Not to say they're going anywhere, but I would prepare for the worst. In that case, I would buy my calls at that, anything below 188.50.
Okay, let's check what Cheddarflow has for Baba. What these guys are doing. Okay, so this is interesting. So this is what sticks out to me is these June buyers. I think it's gonna pump in June. So these guys are aiming 195 for Baba.
Easy.
June.
Yeah, that means that they're probably expecting it to consolidate beneath that resistance. We just broke.
But
So they're bearish.
they were expensive. They bought really expensive ones.
When did they buy it?
They bought it early this morning when the spot price was.
And when you
7.
say expensive, is that just in terms of the value of it, or do you mean the actual price?
The actual price of per trade. So the way the option contracts works are basically one single trade, one single contract is equivalent to 100 shares that you're getting. So each of those shares are a certain price, but it's going to be times 100. So if you
So
look
that's
over here,
2,200.
yeah, so they're paying per contract, and these guys just
Ah,
dropped 335 contract.
that's like 6 mil.
Well, it's 737K.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
CNBC hire him.
Man, can't do math.
But
What's
yeah,
your opinion? Okay.
but yeah, that's a pretty big, decent sized position to play. That's like a big bet, cause like the way these things work, it's cause if things don't go your way, this stuff could decay really badly.
Right.
So that's why Ace is just like.
Interesting. It's like,
This is what Ace does. I'm like, all right, guys, let's go look at the lowest price. Oh shit, these things are 8 cents a piece. Are these
wow.
worth playing? So these guys are OIH plays striking for $11. Let's see what your opinion on this is, because those are reasonable to me. I mean, I don't know how bad oil is going to be, because okay, never mind, those are nuts.
Can you check something for me on oil? Actually,
Yeah.
I want you to tell me what you think of UWT. Remember we were looking at that together? That's the fucking, yeah, my friend scalped that. The 30%. He
Oh
got that shit
yeah.
because of us. Yeah.
Damn, if he would have done a short on that, it would have been.
Oh, he's actually so sappy.
Yeah, that would have been like a
But he's
stellar short.
happy though.
Yeah, I mean, this just
Can
went
you put it
like.
on a lower time frame? I want to know the low time frame. What you think?
I mean, there is no low time frame.
But
Wiped.
that's what I'm saying. Look at that fucking beautiful gap. You
Dude,
don't think it's gonna fill that eventually?
this thing went down
It's a
85%.
3x it's a 3x leverage contract to oil.
Yikes.
So oil went down something like 28 or whatever.
Man, this is just like destruction. I wonder if there's options on this. I don't think there would be. That would just be ridiculous.
Mm.
Let's see. UWT. Oh, there are. No options for that so much. Like that's wild. I'm like they're just taking people's money. Okay, so there's nothing on there. So that's good.
Would you ever play this?
Yeah, I mean at this point, I mean with like an 87% leak, like why not? Like let me just toss in like a little bit of money here and there and just hold on to it.
Can we check oil?
Yeah. I mean, it recovered off really nicely, like off the
Look,
bottom.
oh my god, what a beautiful.
Like that was such a nice.
Bro, as if people thought it wouldn't bounce there. Crazy.
And like I could even make this into the monthly and look at other levels up here.
Shit, that contract actually decorrelated from itself, the 3x one, if you think about it. Like this one just pumped 28% or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So the contract was still practically down. Like it didn't pump 3 times 28%.
Dude, everybody needs oil. Dude, get out of here. That's the motto I had when I was playing my oil plays. I was like, you know what? It's gonna get cold, but it never got
Yeah.
cold. It never snowed. And then you know what also suffered because of that? My lovely
Your pocketbook?
my Starbucks play. No, it did not this time. I keep having this phone
Oh,
call.
wow.
We're not sending this Porky.
Wow, what happened?
You know, coronavirus. Price
People
topped
went,
out
oh,
on
what a
there.
nice retest. Wow. It gave the retest.
What retest? Up
The
here?
bearish retest. No, where it just fell, where
Oh
we
yeah,
broke.
dude. There were so many bearish
Whoa.
retests that day.
Ah.
I grabbed so many puts on so many things,
Oh my god.
but Yeah, man, this is bad news bear for Starbucks. But hey, I would look at. Do you know what's really funny is before all of this happened, probably about like a month ago, I took out of my 401k. I didn't realize you could take out a loan of your own 401k because they
Mm-hmm.
switched providers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, fuck it, give me 50% of my 401k. So
Mm-hmm.
I had cashed it all out. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do got to pay it back on my paycheck, but it was pretty cool. Cashed out at
Interesting.
the top and let the market crash. Now I'm gonna pour back in my money, plus the
That's
money I'm already putting in.
very well played. I'm proud of you.
Thanks, brother.
No problem, son.
What are your thoughts on Marvel, dude? This thing's been just
Oh, let me let Dominic sleep. Marvel. Wolf. Oh, dude, we spoke about this, huh?
yeah. Dude, this is why you got to get a futures account, because if Porky can get one, you can get one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Please don't tell me Robin Hood.
No, that's not a futures trader, and they would be a
Oh,
bad
okay,
idea. What about all this volume on Activision?
that's nice. But at the same time, ah,
I mean, I don't think there's any need for it to go up. We already gap filled fully. There is a tiny gap up here, but overall, I think I don't know. I think it's gonna go down with the market if it goes down.
Blizzard. Actually, we'll think about it fundamentally. What are people going to be doing more right now? They're going to be staying indoors,
Yeah,
inside.
video
They're going to be
games.
buying Blizzard games. So maybe this isn't such a
Yeah.
bad. Yeah, I think. Oof, I wouldn't play it. Just I wouldn't want to long anything right now. But if I had to, that'd be a good one. What about Netflix?
Let's check NFLX. A lot of people betting big puts on this one.
I think it's gonna go up.
Let's check. These guys bought June puts.
Wow. So 100 times 10, that's 1,000 times 1,000. That's 1,000,000. Oh, I could just gotta look at the
Yeah.
fucking premium. Jesus Christ.
It's okay. So this shows the premium, and then if you look over here, this is the other interesting thing. Open interest versus volume. So if there's like low open interest underneath 10,000 or underneath like or just a couple hundred, that's when it gets interesting because that's when you become the open interest. That's like what I am in like a couple of my positions, like my Marvel puts. I am the only person who owns all the puts. So anybody who buys them, they're gonna buy them off me for either when I sell them or they're not buying. So I'm trying to cash out at like two, three
Fuck.
thousand percent, but apparently nobody's buying it. So I might just lose my money. But I have a little bit of time.
How much time you think?
I have another month or two before anything happens. I mean, I've seen a couple other idiots that came through like, cause I bought them at 1 cent, and like I've had people put in bids for like 20 cents, 30 cents. I could have sold it at that, but I want them to buy it at $2, $1 for all those
Yeah,
contracts I have.
of course.
I know.
It's a
Actually,
vicious
like you greedy
market.
motherfucker.
You have to, man. It's do or die with these contracts. We both know what the thing is.
Short term though, a lot of people are aiming for the pump though on Netflix.
Can I see the chart actually? Sorry.
Sorry.
Thanks. I just posted in the Discord.
Support test.
Yo, wow. Yo, I would not buy puts on that.
You like that
Especially if
support test?
people, yeah, it's great. Nice little fake out too. But yeah, if people stay indoors, Netflix is not going anywhere.
Hey, somebody had tweeted on my Twitter, stocks for like how funeral homes. Can somebody give
Okay.
me that funeral home ticker again?
Wow. Just look up DEATH. Imagine it, death.
Death ticker.
Death token. Oh, dude.
Dude, let's do it.
So like, there's only like 100 in circulation. Each one is worth 1,000,000. And what happens is you can send that death token to someone's Bitcoin address, and an assassin is sent to handle
All
that
right.
situation. death token. And then once the deed is done, it gets returned to the blockchain. And I don't know, imagine.
I was gonna be
Wow.
nice about it and be like, all right, well, each death token would be you can donate somebody a gravestone or some shit for.
Oh, I like that idea a lot more. We'll go with yours.
Bag's like, nah, Hitman coin. Come on, let's do it.
Hitman coin. Yo,
Um,
purchasable is going after some people, man.
who?
Purchasable.
Yeah.
Do you know the hacker Purchasable? Who
Yes,
just
I may have recently blocked him.
Tell me. Tell me more.
I just wanted to block him.
Okay, to keep you safe. You're like, I can't be having no competition.
KMB, this is toilet paper. I think I mentioned this on Twitter. Well,
Wow, look at the volatility on that.
they're
When
only
they
gonna
say
buy
crypto
toilet. Yeah, let me go down to the
volatile.
hourly. Look at that.
Wow.
They were like, we need toilet paper.
Wow, sales are fucking. Can you look up Kleenex or that shit or
I think
what's
that's
a
like,
toilet?
I think that like kind of comes in. This is part Kleenex parent company.
Okay, that's hilarious. What about on the weekly? How's it doing in the grand scheme of toilet paper? People wiping their asses?
We can go to the monthly.
Wow, people are wiping their asses. Yo.
It's been bullish since 74.
Dude, this is like one of those stocks, man.
Let's
Oh
check.
my god.
Well, since 1974, it's been up
Okay. Wow.
13,000%.
13,000%. So if you had put $100 back then, you would have made a lot of money.
Let's go to the 2008. See what happened in 2008. So they
The
had
recession?
yeah, they had a little bit of a
A
30.
little bit of a TP recession.
But like the
Wow,
funny
but
part.
perfect support, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was
What?
just gonna say. The
So
second
dirty.
scam.
So dirty.
Dude, that's what my whole thing with this whole coronavirus thing is. I'm like, because the stock market has just been ramping up. We need a reset. It's just not logically possible. So like, what better
Why would
excuse
we need a
to make
reset
it? Cause, dude, like, if you're like an options trader, the price of
now?
options and everything, they were just so overpriced. We were supposed to get a dump at the end of the year to reset some of these option prices,
But it
but we
never
didn't.
came. Because fuck options traders.
That's my big money too. That's the money you can hide
Yeah.
from like regular people. But yeah,
Oh
I mean,
shit.
they just
Mhm.
nothing reset in stock market. But like now, this little dump is like resetting everything to the point where now, if you were a big guy and you wanted to buy into stuff, they're like, "Here's your dip, scale in."
Mhm.
I guess I'm looking at it in that sense, but
Yeah, in a proactive and knowledgeable way.
no, it's just like Illuminati.
Dude,
Yeah, what do you think about GameStop? Do you think Reggie's gonna recover this GameStop for the people? This is on the
uh,
monthly. Oh man, I just ruined it.
yeah, good volume on the buyback, bullish divergence on the monthly.
Oof, let's go to the weekly.
Yeah, dude, it's looking pretty good. I can't tell if that's a divergence. Can you like, yeah, or yeah, perfect. Yeah, that looks like a bullish divergence as well, practically.
Nice.
Actually, yeah, no, well, whatever.
Go fuck yourself.
It's as it should be. We'll put it that way. But yeah, I would definitely scale in here.
Dude, everybody keeps asking me about WRX.
Okay.
Let me
Man,
get you.
I called the top yesterday on it. I don't know if I'm right yet though.
I'm gonna say you were. Yes, you
So
definitely were.
so if you go on the 4 hour, that's the most interesting time frame for me.
Maybe not. Hold on. I would say it's the bottom though. Yeah.
It's just look at the volume.
Let me show you something else, lads. Lads, friends, Bitcoiners.
We're beneath the SMA. Very nice.
I'm gonna go straight price action on this bad boy. What do
It
you guys
hasn't
think's gonna
broken the.
happen when this trend breaks? All right.
I don't know. It's like I'm looking at it, and I can't help to feel that I'm gonna get scammed. You know what I mean? Like price is just gonna fucking go like ballistic again
I mean, I can check
because
more
the
things.
volume is so suspicious.
Mm,
But I don't want to think of it as more than it is. Like I'm I'm not in it anymore.
so
But
like,
it's just like yeah,
how does this correlate with you? The fact that we have declining volume and the price kind of like, I guess it's kind of rising, but kind of
it's a
things.
bull flag literally. So I'm kind of torn now. Not a bull flag, sorry, a fucking bullish pennant. Re
You got yourself there, guy.
man.
What other coins on there? There's
If we lose the POC, I'd be much happier. Like if we get a clean break of that. Okay, that's actually the confirmation right there. A clean break of POC and that diagonal support we've been riding, and
you think
then you
this
can
could
get
pump?
out. Yes, absolutely,
Thank you.
no problem.
That's what we all want to hear. This is
Yeah, any pullback into the SMA is a yes.
this is a shit coin on Huobi. I mean on OKX.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking everywhere now. Whatever has
Well, can you look at ZLA for me, please?
yeah. Let me just check this real quick.
Sure. ABT, fucking.
Oof. Hold on. No chart is good if it looks like that. Mm-mm. Oh shit.
Re.
What are these tokens? 2018. All right. What was that? What was I looking up?
ZLA. I didn't get my bids filled in the 60
Zil,
sat.
Zilla.
Yeah, Zilla, just Zilla, yeah, exactly. I want to see what it's at now. Okay, so if you zoom in, I couldn't get filled on the last in January early. So you see where we had that steady rise. Yeah, I couldn't get my shit filled right before we broke out of the POC, and then I was like, "Fuck this coin." Didn't need like the retest didn't even get to me, and then it pumped to like 120, 130. I was so salty.
That boy went like a whole 100% almost.
I know, and fuck, my levels were
And
good too.
hey, now it's underneath the POC, so it's probably gonna tank.
Yeah, I can read. It's probably gonna sweep the lows, spike the lows.
What else do we got over here? Let's check this real quick. Oh wait, let's check your opinion on these things over here, cause these are the things that have been making me a lot of money. Oh shit, I should have watched out for this rebuy. Yeah, what are your thoughts on FXI and these three that I'm having?
What is that? Can you delete those by any chance? Thanks. Can you zoom out a bit more? More?
You want to go to a different time frame?
Yeah,
Monthly?
monthly would be great. They all paint a different picture. Feel like Bob Ross.
I
Yeah,
draw a line and another
and
line.
I mean, technically, we haven't broken support on the monthly. It's not looking great though. I mean, you're trending beneath the SMA now as well. So let's go on the weekly now. So monthly's bearish.
Weekly's. This looks
We,
like a bearish retest to me, but
I
it has
mean,
a lot of
yeah,
volume.
yeah, there was a lot of volume. If you can you zoom out a bit more on that whole branch. Yeah, I mean, technically we're making lower highs, so like the overall structure is also bearish on the weekly.
Uh-oh. Let's go to the daily. Now you see these ugly gaps.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't long this.
Yes, I'm short. That's good to hear. This one was the worst, man. Like, we talked about this one, and I asked you, and you were like, yeah, it's gonna break over here. And if I would have done puts on this,
Oh my
man,
god, look at that.
literally, Rich, this was a 68% drop.
How
That
much
means,
is that in options?
dude, that's minimum 10,000% at max.
That's what?
So, I'm so
No,
salty.
Ace. Come
Out of
on,
all my
man.
fucking 4 ETFs, that's the one I did not short. I was so
Oh,
mad.
what?
So, big regrets there.
Dude, my stomach hurts
I
for you.
know, I know, and that's a 3 times one too. So like the gains would have been gargantuan.
Mhm. Yo, people in chat are like, link USD, link.
All
Yeah.
right, Link boys. We'll do Link over here. Actually, I have my links set up over here. Link USD boys. Yeah, Link support testing this top range over here. If this top range breaks, we'll be looking down over here. Simple as that. So,
Clean level. I didn't see that. I only looked at the big C pair.
oh.
And I was trading it on FTX, so I didn't have all the prior history. So I didn't even know about that. But it worked out. Dude, I made like 70 something percent on my link short.
Yeah, I think it'll probably triple top and then dump. If not, as soon as it breaks this diagonal, I would be aiming for like 280 for Link.
Thing is, there was a lot of fucking volume on the
It's not gonna
rebuy.
last. There's no way. Like this is.
Mm.
There's no fucking way.
Bro, people have been saying that since the dawn of time. Fucking
Dude, I'm
Sergey has been.
so good at calling tops. Like this is like
Bro, you're okay. We're both good at it.
I'm doing it. Like unless if this at any moment this weekly loses and this level
Oh,
loses,
agreed.
it's gone. It's a
100%.
goner.
But I
Link.
wouldn't count it out.
Yeah,
That's what I
no.
mean.
Look, link the 777. Like I have it written there. So guys, don't
Bro,
get mad
that's
at
your
me.
fucking disclaimer for being bearish if you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll collect that clout too.
If I'm
Nice,
wrong,
Ace.
we're collecting it. um, but yeah, I mean, I have a lot of friends that don't ever want to look at the link chart because the funny part is like all of crypto had like how long to buy link underneath $1? They had since the all this time, 560 days to buy this thing underneath $1, and they didn't. People who even bought at the top over here made money. So if you bought money in 2018,
Yeah,
like shit,
it's still up.
you're still.
I shit you not. I spoke to a friend today, and he told me that he bought that top you're talking about and held it the whole way through and made money. I'm
Good lord.
shit you not. He said that to me like 8 hours ago.
It's like,
so it exists. There are people.
dude, there's some people I know, dude, they make a crypto account and like they tell me they report this weird incident that's been happening recently. They're like, yo, our sell button disappears. They're like, we can't see our sell button and we just don't know how to sell. I'm like, yo, really? I'm like, no fucking way. They're like, yeah, man, we've been holding our bags for like 6 years. They're like, it disappeared. I'm like, no way. So that sucks, man. It sucks people can't take profit and don't know how to cash out. They're just like, well, the target's 1 million. I'm like, what? They're like 6 figures, one trade. We got this. Hold. I'm like, all right. Is that what you think? I'm sorry, friends. One that everybody's been mentioning.
Too many Marines will lay down and die as it goes down. That's funny.
What's that BQ one? BQ something.
BQ.
BX.
BQX.
Is it BQX?
Yeah.
Why doesn't it say there's no symbol?
Just put Voyager.
No.
Type Voyager.
Okay, hold on. Voyager. Okay, here we go.
It's on TradingView.
Found it. It's ready.
Okay.
Yeah, man, this thing looks so nice. Cleared the 20 SMA on the weekly, and it just looks so nice. Let me check it on here.
Look at it on Binance if you don't mind on TradingView. Voya Doge.
I'm so retarded. No, I am
So,
writing it right now.
what? Go Charting doesn't have it then. Go on Trading View, please.
That's so weird. All right.
Bro, if they want.
Dang, this looks really nice. Like this volume candle, like the price is.
Go on fucking Trading View, bro.
I'm sorry.
Please.
What is it called on TradingView?
Just type Voyager. That's to Go Chart. Yeah.
BQX. That's so weird. Oh, I have so many levels drawn for
What?
this one.
What did I say? VXQ? What?
BQX.
Jesus.
Yeah,
I thought I
it's
said.
here.
I thought I
What
said.
the fuck were we
What?
typing? This
I
looks like
don't
we're gonna
know,
go for
man.
more.
But yeah, the volume on Binance is disgusting if you put it on the monthly and on the weekly. You want to see the monthly and weekly, Brit?
Oh man, like yeah, somebody's bought this for some reason.
Oh
I don't
yes.
even know what
Look at
BQX
that.
token does, but we're gonna find out
Boom.
today. BQX token.
Dude, I have
Let's see.
an erection looking at that chart.
Why is there two websites? Your new
One
favorite.
for the con and one for the
Okay.
K.
A crypto broker.
Oh yeah, I met their team in Vegas. They gave an inspiring speech. Basically, you can leave your Bitcoin and they pay you interest and shit, and you can, I'm sure,
Oh,
trade or.
Ethos. That's what this is called. All right. That's why you say so.
I didn't know it was called Ethos.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
cash back and interest,
if they can be cheaper than Coinbase, like take my money,
and
please.
pay you interest.
Yeah, like please be something better than Coinbase that like can't even read my ID.
Mm-hmm.
We did go over EA, but for don't worry about me. You support both me and Bagsy a lot, so we got you. Oh yeah, this one that wasn't looking too bad. Bagsy liked this one. He likes the support test on here, so might go a little bit higher. I'm not a fan personally of the daily, just because this looks bad, but we'll see. The good point was people are gonna stay inside and play video games if they are sick.
Yeah, but EA sucks. So I mean, let's be
Oh
real.
no, it's going down.
Oh
We're
no,
breaking into the triangle.
you sounded like fucking Kevin Hart. Oh no.
Yeah, guys, do you guys have any other tickers for us to cover?
Dude, look at Steam on the weekly trading view.
Yes, you did tell me that one.
Please, for God's sake.
Binance?
Yeah. Beta say,
Well, the monthly volume's nice.
bro.
It already.
Plus, there was that whole Steam hostile takeover thing. So, do you know about that?
Yeah, Justin's gonna pump this. Justin's
And
gonna.
Binance, they have to accumulate Steam anyways, so you might as well pump it.
Yeah, they're gonna pump it to like right up there. If these wicks weren't them. Oh wait, that's the volume.
Yeah.
Like that's crazy. They're gonna send it high. They're gonna be like, "Welcome to Steemit, everybody. You can now sell your bags you've been accumulating all summer thanks to us. We'll give you guys what 160% seems fair, right? Bottom low over here. Now we'll push it a little higher for you guys. 279%. By when? When you ask? 3 years from now. Here we go. I think that's safe. We're gonna have to cut that target down.
If you had to find out one thing about the future, what would it be? Like in 5 years.
Oh, that's all?
That's all. That's as far as you can go. 5 years.
I don't know. Probably the price of a stock.
I would say just to find out the top 100 in crypto or whatever.
It'll
And
probably be
fucking
all the same shit still. I'll be
no,
like, fuck, man, I wasted
impossible.
my life.
Ah, it's like literally the same.
Yeah, I would have to check the stonks. Figure out which option play was the best. Yeah, man. Let's see. Anybody else? I could not pull up that chat though. For the guys. Dude, what do you think of this background I got?
Ooh, that is nice. It's very soothing.
Yeah, it's
It's
that
calming.
one. And then there's
How do you get that? I want.
so it's this app called Wallpaper Engine on
Okay.
Steam.
Okay. The Steam, I guess TEAM.
Yeah.
Cool. I
Here's
have
my
Steam.
here's my third monitor. Here's this, John. This is like from Vice City.
I can't see that one yet.
You can't?
No.
Oh, I'm sharing the wrong screen with you. That's why. The stream can see it though. There we go.
What? Ew.
I know. I was like, I gotta go through and make all these again.
Dude, I'd put that one when I make money. So that's the party one.
Yeah. All right, boys, we're drinking. Yeah, guys. Thank you everybody for joining tonight. Unless you
Thanks.
guys have some questions or anything else for us, that's pretty much wraps up Open Interest Tuesdays for tonight. Bagsy, I
Thanks for
appreciate you
having
coming
me,
on
dude.
tonight, man.
Appreciate you. Have a good
And
night, folks.
see you guys.